Thanks for clicking on this video. My name is Ozzy and I'm a health coach over at the PartnerMD Short Pump office. And in today's video, I'll be covering macronutrients and the effect that they have on your body and also your diet. So macros, or short for macronutrients, are the nutrients your body needs in order to function properly in large amounts. So they include three main components, and that's going to be protein, carbs, and fats. So protein is where we'll start. You've probably gotten recommendations from a friend, social media, or maybe even a medical professional to increase your protein intake or to alter it in some way. When it comes to protein, it is essential for building muscle, repairing tissues, and also supporting immune function. Furthermore, protein is very slow to digest. So if you have a high protein snack or meal that's like 20, 30 grams of protein, it's going to stick in your system for a little longer after you eat it, maybe 2 to 3 hours. So that's going to prevent you from overeating at that specific time, but also for a few hours afterwards. So foods rich in protein are going to vary from meat, fish, eggs, tofu, Greek yogurt, and also whey powder. So 1 gram of protein, when it comes to the caloric amount, is about 4 calories. So if you have a 20-gram protein bar, the protein component of that is going to translate to about 80 calories. Obviously, it will have some carbs and fats in there that will occupy the remaining calories or add to the calorie amount, but that's the specific amount that will be from protein alone. Next is fat. So when it comes to fat, this is necessary for energy storage, hormone regulation, and also nutrient absorption. So there are different types of fats. There's saturated fat and unsaturated fats. Unsaturated fats are going to be the healthier option, and a few key sources will be salmon, avocados, olive oil, and eggs, among others. And when it comes to the caloric amount, 1 gram of fat is equal to about 9 calories. So a little bit more calorically dense than protein. When it comes to carbohydrates, these are your primary source of energy for your body. So you might always hear, carbohydrates, you don't want to have too many, or you want to avoid carbohydrates alone. Unless you have like an underlying medical condition, that's always not the case. Again, these are your body's preferred energy source. So for high intensity exercise, supporting energy levels throughout the day, and also brain function, carbohydrates are actually pretty key. You just want to be getting your carbohydrates from the right sources. And there's complex carbohydrates versus simple carbohydrates. So complex carbohydrates are usually naturally occurring forms that are packed with fiber. So they're going to help regulate your blood sugar throughout the day while providing that positive effect of supplying you with energy. And when it comes down to a gram of carbohydrates, it's equal calorically to a gram of protein at 4 calories per gram. When it comes to 24-hour period, the CDC recommends that about 45 to 65% of your daily allotment of calories come from carbohydrates. So when it comes to distinguishing exactly how much of each macronutrient you are currently consuming in a 24-hour period, calorie tracking or macro tracking can be helpful. It's definitely not a long-term solution, but doing it for a sustained period of time can definitely help you out in the long run. Whether your goal is to improve overall health, weight loss, muscle gain, or just balance out your blood sugar levels, this can really help you, equip you with a great knowledge base and a skill with eyeballing portion sizes. MyFitnessPal is my favorite macro tracking software. This is an app you can download on your phone, and it houses many types of foods as well as restaurants. So calculating your own personal macros can feel a little overwhelming at first. So if you want to meet with a registered dietitian, health coach, or other medical professional, that's a great place to start. But here's a step-by-step guide to help you get you off to your start if you did want to try it out on your own. So first is to determine your caloric needs. So there's a few different online calculators that will do this for you. So this will help determine your total energy expenditure, which is the number of calories you burn in a day. So this comes down to a variety of factors such as age, gender, height, weight, and activity level. And we'll go ahead and label a little link in the description section for you to go ahead and check out one of these calculators. Number 2 is to set your goals. So decide whether or not you want to lose weight, gain muscle, or just maintain your current health. Your goal will influence how you adjust your caloric intake and then also divvy up your macro distribution. And thirdly is to choose your macro ratios. So again, this is going to depend largely on your goal. When we're looking at protein specifically, let's say your goal is weight loss or building muscle, typically you're going to shoot for about 0.8 grams to 1 gram per pound of body weight. And this can vary again, depending on other factors. But again, if your goal is weight loss or muscle gain, this is a usual or typical recommendation. Next, with your carb intake, the recommendation again for the CDC is about 45 to 65% of your daily calories coming from carbs. If you're following a 2,000 calorie diet, for example, 45 to 65% would be about 225 grams of carbs to 325 grams of carbs. But again, this will come down, if you have any underlying medical conditions, this will influence the recommended carb intake. Lastly is going to be fat intake. So fat intake, once you narrow down your protein, your carbs, fat can be what's left over. But typically I would never go below about 40 grams of fat within a 24-hour period. So if you have any additional questions or just wanted some more guidance from a health coach or medical professional, please reach out. I hope you have found this video to be very helpful, and I really appreciate you for tuning in.